This camera right now is scanning those cards. And
What?
Correctly predicting the hand closest to the device will win.
What?
And gambling will always be a major business of Cosa Nostra.
You're gonna listen to somebody here, is this guy. All right, look at this guy. As soon as I saw him, I was like, look at the family back there.
every year they would give us forums on what and what not to do.
Boom, right there. They give us those forms too in motocross. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Social Side. This is Cinema J here, and today I have compiled a series of videos that will give you all the information you need about what's going on with this NBA sports betting and the Mafia. I don't know, I was kind of afraid to make this video, but everybody knows about it. So before I get into it today, and before we react to this, all right, gotta give a big shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I don't even have any sponsors for this channel yet. All right, you want to check me out on my other channel at Trackside-11 on YouTube for moto content like dirt bikes, stuff like that. Go check that out. For this video, the main sponsor is Jesus Christ. All right, without him, this wouldn't be possible. I wouldn't be possible. We wouldn't be possible. So let's get right into it.
Our office conducted a massive nationwide takedown from 2 indictments of 34 defendants for their alleged involvement in 2 separate illegal poker and sports betting schemes where, as you heard, the odds were rigged in their favor. Okay. Among these defendants are 13 members and associates of the Bonanno, Gambino, and Genovese crime families, to include capos and soldiers from these families.
I'm sorry, pause right there. Capos and soldiers. Guys, you might need to do some Google searching for those of you who don't know. This is huge. Gambino? Let's hear a little bit more what he got to say, and then we're gonna cut over to the NBA side.
Current and former NBA coaches and players are also implicated, to include Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier. 3 of the named defendants are charged for their alleged roles in both schemes. This alleged illegal gambling operation hustled unwitting victims out of
he said in both schemes, because 2 of them.
Tens of millions of dollars.
Oh my goodness. Chuck was up there on the NBA side when they were talking about Shaq and Chuck. He was like, you know, you gambling all this for like 50,000, you would do this? Nah, we got the Mafia involved. Man, we talking millions.
And created a financial pipeline for La Cosa Nostra to help fund and facilitate their organized criminal activity.
Remember that. All right, moving on to the next one.
Will always be a major business. They're very resourceful, and gambling will always be a major business of Cosa Nostra. That's just how it is.
Boom. All right. Who is this? EX-MOBSTER. Michael Franzese. Okay, God know what he's talking about because he did it. He did it. You know what I'm saying? He was involved with this stuff back in the day. My man said they pulled him out of prison to like help break through cases like this. Okay? He's been bombarded, he says, with like media hitting him up like, hey, you know what's going on? Are you in it? You know, so he knows what he's talking about. Go check out his full video as well. He gives a lot of good insight, but I just wanted to show you that a guy who was actually in and doing it and involved with it on the illegal side, that he says that this is, it's been happening, it's always going to happen. And you see this title mark down here. Athletes are easy prey. All right. And I got a fun little story about that. I was just talking to my wife about, because I've had to sign those sports betting contracts, which, speaking of that, let's get into a few details of what happened to Chauncey and Terry Rozier. Then we're going to get into what Shaq said. Then we're going to pop back over here to see what else Michael Franzese said. As soon as I saw him, I was like, look at the family back there.
2 different cases though here. One is essentially a mafia-led situation that Chauncey Billups is a part of. He's accused of being a member. They called it a face card at these illegal poker fixing situations.
Listen, he's struggling here, but I get what he's saying. He was just a face up. It's Chauncey Billups. Y'all know what a face card is, you know what I'm saying? The shorty pulls up, got the face card go crazy. You ain't even think about nothing. She ain't got a job. She ain't worth nothing, but look at that face.
And then Terry Rozier. This is the situation. The origin story here is with Jonte Porter. Over the last couple of years, where there were 5 co-conspirators, defendants from that Jonte Porter case, that has now stretched to Terry Rozier as far as sports gambling, involving himself with giving allegedly insider information to co-conspirators and bettors that were then able to use thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to bet on information.
An example of what he means is, if y'all watch 520 podcast, but the time when Jeff Teague was like, hey, you know, coach came out and he looked at him, he's like, 18 minutes. That's all you got. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter how many points you score, how good you do, 18 minutes and you out. And stuff like that. Jeff T, if he's not on his game, or if he's, you know, if he, and I'm not saying he's not alleging this, but just as an example, he could use that information and then tell somebody outside of the organization, and then they could use that, you know what I'm saying, to fuel the betting and illegally do it. So in my case, even when I participated as coming in as a media guy for the Super Motocross Championship, the playoffs for dirt bike racing, I had to sign one of those. I had to sign the form that, well, we'll see what Shaq said.
Every year they would give us forums on what and what not to do.
Boom, right there. They give us those forms too in motocross. And I had to sign that bad boy. And, you know, I was talking to my wife and they say here, it's like, what did Michael Franzese say? Easy prey, right? People come up to me talking about things. Now, I have access. They don't have access to the public at the race. And if I'm loosely talking to somebody who's betting on the race and I say, oh, yeah, I just found out this dude, he ain't even racing tonight. They ain't even announced it yet. Boom, he gonna change his bets. I'm going to jail. So that's a mistake, right? And some guys, that happens. But here we go. Is it my boy Chuck was over here going crazy. He's like, this is not an addiction. This is stupid.
Well, usually when the FBI has something, they have you. You know, FBI, I know a lot of people from the FBI, and I've been in many of those investigations. They'll wait 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but when they come knocking on your door, they have something.
They will wait. They got something. This is, you know, innocent to prove guilty and all that, but they got something, okay? All right, now, before we get to the heavy hitter, I gotta take a look at this. I haven't even looked at this yet.
The suspects used special glasses and contact lenses that could
Man, look at that. I'm like, look, bro, I know you Chauncey Billups, and I know you got a lot of money, bro, but what kind of shades is them?
Casino security expert Sal Piasante showed us some of the technology.
I can't tell you what that top card is, but if I pop in contact lenses, or if I'm wearing my poker glasses, when you look at that card through that filter, you'll see what that card is.
The FBI says the suspects also used card shufflers that were rigged and used what's described as an X-ray poker table that allowed them to see face-down cards through the felt on the table.
Man, that's crazy. What is even real anymore? I've been seeing that lately, even watching videos. We be watching videos. Y'all be watching videos online. You be like, man, I'm gonna be honest, that was a crazy video I just watched. I don't even know if it was real.
They also allegedly used what's known as an analyzer. It looks like a cell phone, but when placed in front of a deck of cards, it uses a hidden camera to determine which player will win. Notice how well the deck is shuffled.
This deck is marked invisibly on the side with a barcode. So when this deck gets shuffled and gets placed onto the table, this camera right now is scanning those cards. And automatically who's
the device correctly predicting the hand closest to the device will win.
Well, if you were wondering how is Chauncey Billups pulling up here, he just a face card. Now, he more than a face card. He coming in with them ugly shades. He coming with a phone with a camera on the side of it. What? All right. Y'all can watch the whole video here. Good Morning America dropped this. And all right, we got one more here. Some my boy Michael Franzese said. All right, this was crazy. Go watch this full video. But hey, what did Shaq say? If they got some, they coming. They got you.
A confidential FBI source recorded over 3,000 calls and meetings with targets and participated in rigged poker games using cheating devices, an example, shuffling devices and x-ray tables. Again, oldest trick in the book. They're more sophisticated now. If you go back to the movie Casino, remember when De Niro caught the guy, they had the little, the device, and they were signaling somebody at another table when they were playing blackjack at that time.
We passed that.
Oldest trick in the book.
Past that.
And now, with the level of sophistication technologically that they have, forget it. They can do wonders, especially when people are playing.
He said it. Forget about it. All right, that's it. Go watch the full video. To your Italians out there. To the Italians out there. All right, that's how we roll in North Carolina. To the Italians, it ain't just y'all, man. All right, we got a little this problem going on, you know. How you guys feeling about this? Drop it down in the comments. Did you guys learn anything? Drop that down in the comments. And, like the video, because this is a new channel. It exists because I love doing this. And this is crazy right now, man. So be on the lookout for more videos. I'm going crazy this week. I'm dropping a lot of stuff. And if you haven't already, subscribe.